Jesus is Lord. Welcome to Bible Study for Atheists. Jordan here. This time we're talking about church hurt. This is part 1. This is mostly taken from a post I made on Facebook not long ago about church hurt. I modified some of it to fit the needs of this video. So let's get on into it. Church hurt. It's something that's got to be addressed, but more importantly, understood for exactly what it is. We live in times where it's not things like the music is off or the service is boring type of problems. Most definitely, it's a much bigger problem in today's world, with the exception of someone we've all read about, the Lord Jesus Christ. I've had crazy things happen to me in churches. I've told some people my stories and have watched horror in people's faces more than once, but without a doubt, Jesus tops my rookie stories. You want to talk church hurt? I will compare just a few of my worst church stories, and then we'll talk about some of the Lord Jesus church hurt situations. For me, I think some of the worst I can remember after being saved. For the sake of this video, I'm going to shorten this part up, but I've had multiple times in other services where I was genuinely minding my own business, doing what was regularly done, and people violated normal boundaries that you'd expect to have. Some of them today, if they were taken to the authorities, could have been in jail because of the things that have happened to me. Some of these stories include, and like I said, I shortened these up just for the sake of keeping this short, but so I was lifted up from an altar by my wrists and forced to praise. I've had false accusations against me. I had a man in ministry trying to schmooze on my girlfriend at the time. I've been physically assaulted. I've had sexual harassment. I've been kicked out of multiple congregations. I've had, also following the lines of sexual harassment, I've had people try to do things that they shouldn't, especially in a church. I'll just leave it at that. And being randomly pulled from a pew by my wrists during a worship service and thrown to the ground. Yeah, not things that you'd really want to have happen to you at a church, right? So, what about before I was in my right mind and saved? Well, yes, there were other times where I did cause trouble, but those stories I just mentioned were not those. I was saved in those previous stories. Although I did stupid things in other places, I can't blame myself honestly in those situations. No clue why they blew up that way. I'm not even talking about when I had it coming. I've done plenty of dumb stuff that got me in bad situations. People ask me a lot, why do you bother keep on going or keep on looking? I'll tell you why at the end. Okay, enough of me. I could go on. But now, how does this stack up to what the Lord Jesus experienced in religious gatherings? These are some of the things the Lord Jesus went through. He had a group of people try to kill him by attempting to throw him off a cliff headlong. You can see that, I believe, in Luke 4, if I'm not mistaken. He had a different group of people try to kill him by stoning. He had his clothes ripped off after he was badly beaten when he was imprisoned and given a crown of thorns. He had religious opposition by many temple leaders at that time. He was whipped by a barbed whip with 9 tails. I believe they call that a cat of 9. And finally, a really big group of people who claimed to worship God like he did gathered together and got him crucified. That time they did kill him. 3 times, full-on attacks with intent to kill. 1 successful, well, slightly. We know how the story continues. If you have church hurt, you're in good company. But look, the Lord Jesus didn't stop his mission because of what people said and did. He kept going. He didn't lose faith over their actions. He just moved on and kept faithful. Having church issues? Move on and keep faithful. The Lord Jesus found you worth it. Now, I told you that I would tell you why I keep going later. Well, here's why. I sincerely hope you find him worth it. I keep going and looking because he is. Love, JKB.